Welcome. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and talk about why I'm saying to be cautious right now. But we're also going to talk about what's looking really good on higher time frames, but what's kind of going on those lower time frames that's making me want to be a bit cautious at the moment, and talk about what might be a little bit of a downside target to look for. So we got some good things on higher time frames that are setting up. So it's great overall, but lower time frames, potential pullback territory. We're going to kind of take a look at that and see what kind of downside targets maybe heading towards in just a sec. Just want to start things out with a little quick shout out to my affiliates. So a few affiliate exchanges, this one Bitfinex, allowing US customers and others that can't access Bybit or BingX crypto exchange, no KYC, no VPN. They set me up with an event until July 31st. Get some bonuses, making a deposit, doing a little bit of trading volume. So that's kind of cool. Also, BingX exchange, if you guys want to trade Forex, crypto, commodities, indices, they have a bunch of different markets here. So check them out. And then good old Bybit crypto exchange. If you guys can access this one, it's good, it's reliable, it's quick. There's no problems with Bybit. So if you can use it, I'd recommend Bybit. Check out my affiliate in the description. But if you can't, check out Bitfinex. So let's take a look at Bitcoin daily time frame. What's looking really good? Well, we did sweep lows, of course, recovered, reclaimed those lows. We swept the 200 EMA, recovered, reclaimed it. So that's all great. Momentum. We have momentum now trending over the zero line here. And so everything is looking great on the daily time frame and also higher time frames. They're looking really good in the context of an overall uptrend. Higher time frames are looking just swell. So everything is good to go for further upside, but let's take a look at some of the lower time frames and talk about kind of why it's a good idea to be a bit cautious right now, why I'm saying, hey, we may have a little bit of a pullback happening soon, and we'll kind of go through that. Just a quick note that I just remembered is we also on the daily are looking good here. Balance of power is, making a new highest point on balance of power matches with our highest point on price. So we don't have any bearish signs on this daily time frame. Okay, so that is good. No bearish signs on the daily, which means that, once we get, or if we get a pullback, that we're probably heading higher out of there. But if we go down to a lower time frame, that's where I wanted to kind of talk about why I'm saying to be maybe a little bit cautious, maybe just do some mean reversion, some retesting. So it's nothing too bad, but just something to be aware of and keep people away from maybe just getting too aggressive right up here when we're extended to the upside. So what is this here? We have a lower high on momentum. What's happening on balance of power coming to the downside as we go up. So that's a bearish divergence, regular bearish divergence. And in the context of a trending move going to the upside, bearish divergence doesn't mean we see a reversal, but what it normally means is potential for pullback or pause consolidation. So that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying to be cautious is we might just be due for a pullback, pause, consolidation, something like that. And in situations like this, I like to kind of mark out obvious lows that may be swept. And so doing some retesting, some sweeping on some lows before continuing higher with that daily momentum still looking good. The higher time frame, 3-day, weekly, everything's looking good on high time frames, but just the lower time frames here, kind of talking about small pullback, consolidation, reset before heading higher. So if we were to come down here, because we do have some bearish signs on 4-hour time frame here, maybe we just come down, we retest that 200 EMA, the 4-hour, because we have not retested it. We broke straight through it. Be nice to see that retested, maybe sweep some of these lows in that process, take out some stop losses, grab some liquidity in that area, and at the same time then coming down, resetting on our momentum, ready for, just preparing for that next major leg. So I'm kind of looking at this whole move up as a nice leg to the upside. Maybe we correct this whole entire move before then continuing with another one of these nice moves that has very minimal pullback along the way. And it doesn't mean that this is going to happen. I'm just saying with the signs that are here, what we can look at right now today, things look like they're slowing down a bit. They are in fact decelerating. So just kind of being cautious and ready, not super surprised if we see a pullback, a consolidation, or something like that. And of course, as I've said, it doesn't have to happen. Things can continue to the upside very strongly for a very long time. So let's take a look at the hourly here. So even just retesting that hourly 200 EMA, we haven't even come down to that. So at a minimum, just pulling back, retesting that 200 EMA. Let's see if we can find some support there. Maybe build up some bullish divergence on this time frame. Something to kind of just cool things off. If we've been going up very strong since the lows over here. So we can also take a look on our momentum, and we've been kind of just trending down since back here at this high. So things are kind of curling to the downside. Price is going up, but momentum's been trending down as we go up here. So as we kind of chop our way up here, it's just a good idea to be a bit cautious and just don't want people to get caught off sides trying to buy the exact top. Something we could pop up here is the open interest flow. So I made a video, my most recent video, talking about open interest. When we get a big open interest spike, like this one here, a lot of longs jumping in, it can often mean that there's a pullback coming soon. It really doesn't look too bad here. So just something to be aware of, but things are not getting too aggressive. Funding is still looking decent. So I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I think that we continue higher. And as I said, those higher time frames look great. But again, just keeping a level head, looking at the signs of, this momentum's trending down, and just looking at that possibility that we have a shakeout move down before we continue higher. Okay, so that's kind of the whole point of this video, and I'll kind of end it there. That's pretty much all I need to say. Looking for some sweeps on lows, potential pullback to add to positions from lowers, something along those lines. Doesn't mean it has to happen, but just be ready for it if it does. Don't get too aggressive at the top. Get liquidated right before it goes in your favor. The common sense stuff, but sometimes it just needs to be said still. That's it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.